welcome back. It's your boy, Dick Lickle, back for another slamming stream. And we made it, fellas. It's the weekend. We did it. Halloween. Very scary day. Very scary day. A bit later on, I don't know, I was just doing something. But I'm still gonna play for a little bit. So I actually kind of, was weird because I've been sort of sleeping in very, because I still feel like my body's, I know it's really stupid, it's just because it's like, I've really, I've like learned that I'm like an animal, like how the sun like very much dictates how tired I get, because as soon as it starts to get dark, I just feel tired. I don't even care. I don't even like care anymore. I just feel like if I'm outside and it's dark, I'm just like, nah, I just want to be inside. It's just how bad I've gotten. Like, in my mid-30s, I'm just like, I can't be bothered. Unless it's like, it's hosted with my kids. Oh, it's really important. Like, I don't want to be out. I'm happy to stay inside and be lazy. I know that sounds bad, but I try to make an effort to go out, like, because obviously I work from home, so I try to make as much of an effort as possible to just go out every day into town, which I do. It's just like when it's like this, it's like, because I think there are some kids outside trick-or-treating, because this is my first year being here, but I don't think any will come in, because it's just a flat, it's a bit awkward. Because I think normally kids will just go past it, unless you've got like a big advertisement or something over it, but there's plenty of houses. So I'm sure even if you had a couple, like that's what I mean. The good thing about like where this place is if you had effectively you've got like, it's like a whole like row of just like us, just of loads and loads of like homes. But I just didn't bother because yeah, so anyway, here we are, Halloween. I got Monday off as well, which is cool. So it might be quite exciting, turbulent times for America tomorrow with the EBT cards being switched off, so part of me is like, doesn't really know how I'm going to feel about that, but it doesn't particularly impact me too much, but it's still going to be a bit worrying just because you just don't know like how people are going to take it, if they're literally just going to be, because there will be some people who've like probably like really, because that's normally the problem. It's the same when like people like rich as well, like you go and you say to them, how do you lose all your money if you were making so much? It's because like some people don't save money, they just like literally spend every penny because they just think like whatever money they have is going to be infinite. So it's just like they would have like budgeted every single day just to be like, and not put anything aside for like a rainy day. Even though I don't even know that's how it works with the EBTs. So you can save it, but if you were smart, what you would have done is you would have, for the last few times you would have had, like even today, you would just buy like, because I think it is only this month, so I think like, it's not that bad. You just have to like, it might suck for like a month, but you're not gonna, I don't think anyone's gonna really starve. I'm just trying to think, like, how bad could it, like, it would be for me? I'm sure, like, you can just conjure together enough to, like, buy rice. Like, just think, like, if you're living in Africa and something like that, that's just, like, or Gaza, so what they get. It's really basic stuff, like, that, or, pasta's really cheap. You can buy, I bought these pastas, though. So one thing about pasta is, it's, like, still pretty cheap. Like most supermarkets just do like every type of it. But I think I bought like spaghetti It was something like 27, like, yeah, like 50 cents for like, I want to say it was a half a kilo maybe? But enough for, 5 portions. So like, if you had a big family, that would be enough pasta for the spaghetti for like one day. But for like a family, if you just cook all of that. And then you could buy like the sauce for like, not too much. And then just buy like you could buy like a whole chicken. But what you could do with it is just obviously cook it, and then you could just make loads of meals out of it, which is just obviously what you're supposed to do. So you might like do a roast on a Sunday. But it depends, because I mean I don't know how many, but you can eat, and every single like person. Well, ironically, it's all the like it's all the people who've gone to college, all like the white people, they know how to do it. And I mean, like, that's almost like one of the ironical things. It's like going to university, it just sort of teaches you, it's just like how to like live really frugally. One of my like memories of going to like I went to one of my friend's houses when he was in uni digs, and he was in like Hampstead, which is like a really posh place. It's probably fucked now because all London's fucked, but it was like a really posh place in London. And like I went in this like room, and like it was just like the room was like, how big is it? It was tiny. It was like we managed to sleep 3 people in that room as well somehow. But anyway, it was like I'm trying to think. It was probably like it's probably like, yeah, as long as this room is here. No, not even that long. It's like from the first part here. I'm thinking it's like 4 meters long by like maybe. It didn't feel like it was very wide at all. It felt like it was only like 3 or 4 meters wide. So it's just basically it was like a little box. And it just has, and you have to have a bed in there as well, so the bed's taking up like most of the space. And he had a desk as well, so that's what I'm saying. So it's like the desk and then his bed. But like you could obviously get like 3 people to sit on his bed. But you know what I mean? It's just like that shitty like part of life where it's like, you know, none of your friends have actually got like any good space. You're just like all having to like shit around, just like in the crappy digs, just like go. Oh, you have to go to your friend's parents' house. Like I fucking hate that. It was like there was a period where just like I'd moved out since I was like, I don't know. I moved out since I was bloody like in the merchant navy. So I think it was since I was like in my 20s or so. I moved out. So then I went to the merchant navy. And as soon as after I left the merchant navy, I lived with my ex-girlfriend at that point, and we moved to London. Yeah, and then I moved back. When I was divorced, because I was like trying to sort shit out to get this place. But yeah, it was like he just had not moved out, and it was just so annoying because it was like, I'm not even kidding. Like I was like in my like mid-20s, and it was like just so weird because he was still like living with his parents, his mum, and it's just like had to keep seeing his mum, and it just like go around here to have some drinks and smoke some weed and just like talk degenerate shit. And I've still got to like go around his like house. It's like just because we were like childhood friends as well. It's like just like you imagine. It's just like you see him when I was like a little kid. And he's like, hey, talking about poo and Pokemon cards. And it's like now we're like, I don't know, using real game words. It was just a bit cringe. It's like I just want to like fucking not have to like go to someone's parents' house. There was another friend I had who like had that as well. It was like I think he probably still lives there now because I just don't. He was just like one of these like friends who was like just permanently in like victim mentality, and it's just he wasted his time. Like he had he did streaming. And yeah, I would say he obviously is like he had actual fans, but all of them were just like he was catering to just all these like just crazy schizoids who are just like most of them were just like all trauma like LGBTQI like trans gender confused people who were just like they're all just like trauma bonded, and he would just go and just like he was just like a proper like autistic ADHD ridden individual, but he just had so many issues because he just like he messed himself up because in university he did like so much drugs because like both of them went to uni and they both just became like dropouts, which is not like a problem in the sense of like you get plenty of like geniuses who just end up being dropouts, but he was he didn't do anything good with his life. He just dropped out because he did this like drawing course in like London, and he got like I think it was like Ravensbourne was actually what it was called or something. Yeah, I think that's what it was called in London. But he like didn't research it all. He just seemed to have just like booked everything on a whim, and then like he got suckered because obviously like the guy who like works at like the uni, they want him to go in because they just see him as a customer because effectively they don't give a fuck if he doesn't turn up. It's literally like the biggest scam. Like the universities is just the biggest scam because it's almost just like at the end of the day, the people who just are choosing who pick the job are the people who are doing the job. Does that make sense? It's like the company Google is the one who's actually dictating like what the specifications are for you to get that job. In theory, if you just happen to meet the right person at the right time, and you know maybe you just impressed him, he might just be able to get that job. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like they might ask for a degree, and they probably. I'm trying to be like really difficult, but sorry, pedantic about it. But it's like they are. It was like that was like what the degree is for, wasn't it? It's to get another job, but it's like in theory, like it's the job companies that are the ones like asking for like people to be in a certain way. They could just change tack and be like, oh, maybe like whatever company you work for, it just be instead of you going and getting a specific degree, you would just go and work for the company, and if you wanted to, if that company, let's say you want to be a deep sea diver as a job, it's not on you to just go and learn that. It'd be like you'd just openly go and apply for a company that did that, and it's like their responsibility to train you. But like maybe like there'd be a caveat, like you'd have to work for 5 years because that's what happened in the Merchant Navy. It was like they would pay for you to go and learn to become a cadet at sea, and the caveat was where you were stuck and you had to work for. And a lot of my old cadet mates, that's what they did. They were like, most of them just didn't even fucking do it. They all got shore jobs. But there was a few that they did it, and I think they resented. They really didn't like it. And I just remember like, whilst all of us were just like, because I moved to London and stuff, they were like still stuck on like making really good money. Don't get me wrong, but they still had to spend like 5 years like just stuck on board a ship. And I think like a few of them really did, like it was like my roommate. He worked on like BNP, not BNP, BP, British Petroleum. And that they were very stringent with their rules because they were like one of the better companies to get a cadetship with. And actually, the irony was that it's just funny how like things changed because they were like really like happy because they were actually like really stoked that at least they were guaranteed a job afterwards, whereas I didn't. But it just so happened that like, after I finished, I just didn't want to actually like do it. But I was just happy I got a degree for like. For free, effectively. but some people they were stuck like having to like work 5 years afterwards. So um, I think they were getting a bit of FOMO because like everyone else was just sort of like spreading their wings a little bit and just going off and like maybe getting married and settling down. And they were just sort of stuck on like a ship for like just 5 years. We just go like, and I remember like I being in like London as well and like starting my new job, and I was just on Facebook, and like one of them was like complaining because they'd gone to where was it they went? They went to like Libya or Syria or something like that, and it was like they couldn't get off because like the beach was mined, and I was like, yeah, that's really funny. It's like, okay, I'm in London now in my office, but at least I don't have to worry about getting fucking mined. Like, and it was like as soon as those 5 years are up, he just, like my roommate, he does like, I think he does like, he works for horse insurance, equestrian insurance, like the most middle class posh thing in the world you could ever do. And I think he's a nepo baby. I have no idea why he even bothered to do it because he was from like a ridiculously rich family, and it was just like he was an absolute like swat as well. He was like he just wasn't a very good looking guy. I think that was the worst thing because he was like he was really tall, so he kind of had that going for me. But he was like kind of out of shape, and he was just like curly hair. Um, I don't know. I don't know. It just wasn't. I just think a lot of the people who went in the Merchant Navy probably weren't the most exciting people in the world. And not to say like I was either, but it takes a certain ilk, I think. And that's why I probably didn't do it because it wasn't right for me. But it definitely manned me up. I'd say I don't regret doing it now. I did feel stupid doing it like up until my mid-20s. I didn't really talk about it very much because when I was in London, I just almost felt like. But then it's like actually as I got a bit older, I was thinking the amount of like shit that they put me through, I wasn't like embarrassed about it. I just kind of like saw it more as like the scars of training, like what my Asian captain fucking made me for like the first. So in my like first, I did three ship phases, and each one of those was meant to be 4 months each, because the point being was that you're supposed to do a year at sea to get pass the exam. Sorry, you couldn't even sit the exam until you've done 12 months at sea. So yeah, you had to do 4 months, and it's like that's quite a long stint. So I think I remember the first time I did it was in June. Yeah, hang on, July, and I got back just before Christmas. Hang on, July, August, September. So August, September, October. So maybe it was August then, end of August. No, August, September, October. It might have been like that actually, because some people did get like fucked and they ended up doing like 14 months because they just couldn't be like you can't be perfect with it because it just depends on, because some companies were fine that like as soon as you did 12 months they would just, whichever port you got off at, they would just like fly you home, which is like pretty sick. And that's actually what happened with me, because I remember I flew back from Singapore. And that was a fucking long flight. That was like a 20-hour flight or some shit. It was crazy. It wasn't that long. Not as long as it was like, it wasn't a long one. It felt like 16 hours. I like generally was asleep. I think I slept through it, and I just remember being like, how big the plane was. It was a massive plane. But shit, like, so for the first sea phase, my captain, he was like absolute martyr. That's probably not the right word. I don't think that's the right word. He was an absolute Führer. Because all of my captains were like I'm not even joking. They were like 70 or 80, and they just seemed to be like, actually, they were in the war. Some sort of military efforts. They obviously that's what's happened is they probably were old like military captains, and then they just like segued into this to like have a good career. It was like he was like, no, 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 you have to do deck work for the first time. I'm not being racist. That's how they actually talk. And who cares? Like the Chinese are very industrious, very impressive people. And I don't know speak any Chinese. So yeah, like, me and Rory, who was a Scottish cadet, like we weren't allowed on the bridge, and so like the bridge was just like this magic, like this like farewell magic. We sometimes got to go up there for like meetings, like when there was like the fire drill and stuff. We got to go in there, but like it was just like this magic place. And we had this older cadet, so he was able to go up on the bridge. But me and Rory, like we sort of we trauma bonded, so we just sort of trauma bonding and like the horrible conditions. Because essentially, it was like, so this is our day. It was like, I think it was 8. I think we started at 8. So I think I normally woke up at something like 7. And I remember it was like the clock. The clock is like it was like stuck. It looks like the one I've got on the wall actually, and it's like stuck on the wall, and it's like the guy is all programmed by like the ship. So it's some of the freakiest times ever. It's like sometimes like I would be in my cabin and I'd just like have a drink because sometimes I would drink a lot like because the alcohol was so cheap and it's like fucking nothing else to do. So like as soon as like the shift would be finished, I'll just be like drinking. It'd be like I'd be listening to music, so I couldn't hear the tannoy. And then all of a sudden, like, so obviously the tannoy, because normally the guy would be like, attention crew, and this is the terminology, that's your officially, retard clock 1 hour, retard clock because we'd be traveling through the time zones. And then like, the clock hands just start suddenly like just going really like slowly, just turning an hour. And then when I first saw it, it freaked me the fuck out. I was like, "What the hell is happening?" And they was like, "Oh yeah, because we're like going through like into the Mediterranean or whatever." It's like now changing to and that fucked with you a little bit, you know. Because it was like you were like every day you were just, and there was a pit. Where was it? There was somewhere where it was like a massive change of time. It's like it changes like a huge amount, and it just fucks with you. Yeah, he was like, yeah, you gotta do deck work. So we woke up, I got up, had a shower, went and got some breakfast. Breakfast was not cereal, it wasn't toast. Fucking like spicy rice. Spicy rice covered in all kinds of bits of like, I don't know, chicken and peas and sweet corn and all kinds of crazy shit. And you eat that, and then it would be like, oh, a fish or something like that. And if you're lucky, there might be like, see, like you can hear the kids outside. And then I smoked back then as well, so I loved it. So I'd just go back into my cabin, and I'd just light a cigarette, and I'd just be like, bring a coffee down, so because they'd have coffee machines. There was like these Davidoff cigarettes, they were fucked. But goddamn, were they good. Like, you had like 3 different flavors. You had light, which was shit. Like, it just felt like you just had to like suck so hard to like get anything out of it. Then you had the standard ones, which were pretty good. But the best ones were the red ones, which were like super tar ones. And they were so, like, I'll tell you what, the Chinese make some goddamn good cigarettes. It was tough to come. The only time I was able to emulate them back here was if I rolled them myself. because they didn't make the cigarettes like they do over there. They make like these crazy aggressive ones. Like if you ever see them, their boxes for them first they like look crazy, and they're so cheap. They were so cheap. It was just incredible. Like, I'm sorry, like the gas lines is probably crazy, but the Chinese probably do have our speed. I'm sure if we do go to China, if you do go to China, you'll probably find that everything is like really good value, and you're gonna find that the new gas line is gonna be like everyone's gonna be wanting to go to China on holiday to like get really good deals because like I think it did feel a bit like that where I went to the Chinese like shop and it was like I couldn't tell what a lot of it was. I could kind of make it out, but I knew where the cigarettes were, and like the cigarettes were just not even like behind the counter or anything. They were just like just on. It was and that's it because they just live in a really good trust culture as well because they don't have like they probably do get people who nick stuff, but do you see what I'm saying? It's just I feel like because China isn't even an ethno state really. So they've just they've got like a high trust society. So they don't really have that with us. We just don't trust one another. But the cigarettes, so yeah, it was like it was a sleeve of 10 packs of like they're like Chinese cigarettes. I don't remember it being very much. Oh yeah, and then they had a KFC. That was really nice. And then I went to a bank and they were actually able to get money out and I was so freaked out. I went to a Chinese bank I'd never heard of ever. And I gave him my bank card, and I was just like, I just thought this isn't gonna work at all. And people were going to say, well, they robbed you, but they didn't. And then I remember just like they were able to give me like take money. I was like, how on earth? My bank had obviously like received some kind of confirmation, but they're like, no. I mean, Mr. Price has put his PIN in, so that feels like proof. And it's just like, can you imagine just getting that message? Like, Is Mr. Price there? Yeah, and they like had these cigarettes where it's like the butt is like is halfway up. So when you look at it, you're like, oh, this is bullshit. This is how they rip you off then, but it's not. So when you light it, it's just like you can like you could take like the fattest drag, and it's just like it barely like burns any of like, and you're like, oh my god, and it's like it's the harshest pull you've ever had, and that's exactly what you want. And it's like I'm so glad I don't use tobacco anymore. Like, I don't even use what do you call them? What are these Nims or whatever they're called? Those Zins. That's it. I don't even use any. I know I smoke weed, but like, there's like arguments about that. I think. I know it's still like not perfect, but I don't think it's carcinogenic. I'll probably have to be careful about that, but certainly like nicotine's got like just absolute crazy amounts of chemicals in it. Just tobacco is just probably one of the most like it is probably one of the most disgusting things you can do. Like, there's just so many chemicals in it. But I still don't regret people who do. I just think like I think like maybe if you I probably like allow people up until maybe the age of 30 to kind of still do it. I just think that maybe once you're over the age of 30, like you kind of had your fun with it, maybe you should just try and stop. Because I get it, like in your 20s, you just sort of things are like a bit shit. You're a bit like edgy. You're a bit like you want to try things out. And I think that's okay if you just smoke up to about 30. And you can quit. Give your body the rest of your life to recover, you'll probably be fine. I think they say, like, but if you quit smoking for, like, 20 years or so, your lungs kind of go back to the original. So, I mean, it's probably only been, like, coming up to a year for me, so I'm not even gonna, like, sit around and pretend like I'm, like, Mother Teresa. But it's just, yeah, it's just, it is like, did I notice anything bad from the smoking? Probably. I think, I don't know actually. No, I don't know. I don't want to like advocate it. I probably didn't. But I might have lucky genes because my grandparents both smoked up until 82, 84. Both of them, I think. And also, like, my granddad started smoking when he was like, he was like 12. It was like, oh, one of his favorite stories was always just like that telling that because it was just a different time back then. Because he was in London, and he always like wanted us to take him back to like where he grew up. And we're like, it's not gonna look anything like it did. It never did. But he grew up around East London, and I think his first job he had, it was like crazy. He was like, he put the hang on, I gotta be careful what I think. It wasn't like, it's not, no, it wasn't, it was like, oh, he worked in a factory with, and he like made surfaces or something. I always want to say it was like the snooker pool tables, but it's not that. It was like he did some kind of fabric or something. But I was like, what was it? Was it like upholstery or something? It might have been upholstery. I think he worked in an upholstery factory for like when he was a teenager. So he was like a proper, do you know what I mean? Like little urchin kid. I don't really want to even like say that, but like, you know, yeah. It's just that's what it was like back then. Everyone was like, it took life was a little bit less like I don't want to say less serious, but kids grow up faster. I think that's probably the best thing. You just needed to have a bit of moxie to kind of get by. Dun 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 dun. So as you can see, we've got Guinea Camera. Because I don't think people are going to want to look at like my ugly mug. Whereas with the guinea pigs, there's Snowball too. And then inside we've got tiramisu and ginger. Tiramisu, mocha. Where's mocha? There's sherbet. I mean, she could be with Ginger, the mum. Probably that's what it is. But I think like Snowball 2, the white one, she's getting really big, so she's probably like fully grown soon. Because she's almost as big as I mean, a Mocha, who's her sister, is like a it doesn't seem to be the same size. But sometimes you get that, you kind of, because even with uh, furries, it's just two. You'll still have a runt, and that's just usually just more our genetics as well. But it can also be other things, like how much they get feeding over the other, and just more opportunities of. But sometimes it's just simply the genetics, isn't it? And it's not to say that they won't catch up, but it's just a survival thing, isn't it? It's just you in the life of an animal. It's like every single day is really important. So every single day you can be like the biggest you can be is an advantage, isn't it? Even for like guinea pigs, the fact that you can be a bigger one just means you've got like more ability to kind of shake off and use your weight a little bit and kick something and just flee more. And you're heavier, so you just kind of use your weight. Because it's like if you look at the guinea pigs, I know it's like, but like the little tiny ones, like maybe a snake or something, might be able to take out, or like a hawk. But the slightly bigger ones, yeah. So I can see like tiramisus with ginger. So they're both at the back of that cage. Yeah, I can hear the kids outside for Halloween, which is fun. I like that sort of stuff. I'm not like a Grinch, because it just makes you feel part of a community, even if it's like fireworks. I don't mind too much, because it just makes you at least feel like you're in a neighborhood and stuff. I remember my dad told me that he was like, one of these like really like reassuring things every time he woke up in the early mornings before he had to like go up and like get on his motorbike to do like traffic work in the police, was he said like he could hear like the sound of a plane that always used to take off. It was the same flight that he would always just like take off at whatever airport in Southampton Airport. Oh, I didn't mean to dox myself, but okay, up my local airport. And he said him hearing that was just like a comforting sound because he kind of knew like everything was okay. And I was like, that's again, it just he underestimates his intelligence. He really does, and I think that shows his genius because a lot of geniuses do. I want to try and encourage people who are smart to just be more vocal about it. 'Cause I think very dumb people like to try and suppress people who are smart. I think we need to stop demonizing that because it's the stupid people I think who are like making that kind of like, oh, you're such a nerd, and it's just like when people are called a nerd, for me, it just feels like the most anodyne thing. It's like you're calling someone smart, but in my opinion, it's like you can argue, oh, I don't care to understand what you're talking about. But for me, that just feels like a cop out. It just makes me feel like there's rare times where I think someone is just like maybe they are so smart that what you're talking about is almost beneath them. But in the vast majority of it, I feel like it's because the people who are saying that are too dumb to really understand. And in case in point, it was like I was on a chat earlier today, and it was like there was sort of a bunch of white male blokes talking about Lord of the Rings, and there was a few women in the chat kind of like just being like, "Oh, you boys are like such nerds." I'm just like, again, it's like, sorry, you don't want to get involved in this and care to learn, we probably make fun if you're all going to talk about shopping, but like that's only because the pendulum's going to start swinging now. Like men have had to like put up with this misandry for the last, I don't know, it's gotten really bad for like the last probably decades when Democrats have been in power and they've just been fucking letting fat black women and Taylor Swift just dictate everything and just giving women all of the power in the world, just giving all minorities all of the power in the world. So you can just basically just make the smartest, most illustrious demographic of people who are white straight men. You can just set them back the most, because if they try and interact and do anything, they're going to have like a litany of different judges who've got the ability to just trip them up at any time you do anything bad with them. So you just create like a society of men who don't feel like society's there. They don't want to contribute because they don't feel like, what's the point? Which either just ends up manifesting a society of really depressed individuals, or people confused and angry. Like, why is it just like we're getting spat in our faces? So yeah, let's see what happens tomorrow, shall we? Oh, I love butternut. I'm gonna be sick. How? Pull up. Pull up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, Willie's a boo. Oh.
We're attempting to capture Delta. Objective Delta has been neutralized.
Oh, now I'm really scared, man. And that was pretty bad. Oh boy.
Defensive position is needed on the marked objective.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Boom. Whoa. This is for Peanut. This is for Peanut. I love Peanut.
Be advised, enemies are attacking objective Charlie.
I love Peanut. I love Peanut. Thanks for the help, guys. What are you doing sleeping? At least one of us knows the club then. Oh, well that ain't good. What am I supposed to do against a little rocket launcher? I mean, you saw smaller things. See you in hell, candy boys! Oh yeah? shit! Oh shit! It's got white toes. I refuse to die. And it's not like, how do you survive those? If you're gonna just say flares, then yeah, well, again. Just shot a black man to death. Do I feel racist? Make that 2 black man other shots too. Defamation. You mean deformation? Deformation. It's like, what is that? At least one of us knows how to fly a jet. Got him! Oh, come on, man. Oh, we're kicking ass. What's going on? You were sick. You were sick. Get F, get F. No, I'm going back for B. No. No, we need to go for F. I'm gonna fire some gas. Oh my god. I can't even see it. I was walking through the gas. Oh my god, that thing. Just wipe me out.
Attention, we're attacking objective Bravo.
Thanks for the help, guys. Yeah, there's quite a lot of anti-air. Bastards. I was walking through the gas one day.
Attention, we're attempting to capture Bravo.
Oh, whatever. What do you mean good game? The game's like miles over there. Cool. Did it feel good to kill that guy? Oh yeah, it did.
Objective Bravo neutralized.
I love nuts. Killed it. Got him. Got him. Sick. Look at this. I was walking through the gas one, dude. Sasha uses secondary gun attack. Yeah, that is a bit dumb, you know.
We are targeting objective Foxtrot.
We're getting get fucked, mate. I'm out of here. That's the noise I make when like really good things happen. We're walking through the gas. Does take a store. I love peanut. I love peanut.
Support the attack.
I love peanut. I love peanut. I love peanut. I was a hero.
Hostile forces are attacking Charlie. Objective Echo is under control.
I'm sorry, you're way too far away. Oh god. Ooh. Oh. Wheelies. I love wheelies. Well, it's karma, I think. Like, what race are you? And I'll tell you. Yeah, tell me what race you are, and I'll let you know. It might be a karma thing. Never happened to me this bad. Come on, fair dude.
We have initiated our attack on Alpha.
Who do you think you are, King Kong? Oh, that was pretty bad, man. Does my friend help me? No. Spits my grave. That just shows like this. That's why like Battlefield 1 worked, because people were like friends with each other. Now everyone hates each other. Now we all have to live with each other. We all hate each other. No one wants to help anyone. There's a type of demographic that plays this game. It's I love you. Oh wow. Yeah, fair enough. Nah. Why am I getting that? I love you. There's armor. Waste that motherfucker. The fuck is this map? We are bound to the jet. Dude, do you know how fast jets go? They go very, very quick. I bet you have never lied. I secretly harbor racist views. A new gun. I secretly harbor racist views. I don't think Asians drive well. Oh, what's that then? Interesting.